Hello and welcome everybody to the Outbreak tournament brought to you by Revolution Esports. Today in this semifinals match, we're going to be watching Regen go up against Nocturnal for your casting entertainment. I am going to be Sir Waltham and joined on the other end of the board, my friend Temporal. Temporal, what do we expect to see here this evening?
I expect to see a high quality match of Overwatch. As you said, these two teams are it's a semi-final. We've whittled down the cast of teams that join this tournament to now just three. The Dojo has secured their spot in the grand final. Nocturnal or Regen will be doing their utmost to make it through to get their hands on that prize money, that $1,000 in total prize pool that has been provided by Careless Coach. Thank you for that contribution. And for these teams, I honestly cannot pick which team might come out on top. I mean, if you look at their results so far in this tournament, Nocturnal has not dropped a single map. They have looked almost unbeatable. Lots of zeros on the other side of the scoreboard for them. Regen, not far behind. They've only dropped one map in that last semi-final to Purple. And that was a close match. But in the end, they pulled it together and got through to this semi.
Yeah, overall, very excited to be seeing these two teams go up against one another. You and I had the pleasure of casting Nocturnal the other day. PG1 and Akash definitely working together. I think you and I were talking about that from this trend of it. It seems like Echo Tracer is definitely within that team's wheelhouse. Do you think we're going to be likely to see some more of that today?
Oh yeah, if it's worked for the last four matches you played, you keep going on it until it breaks. And we're coming into Blizzard World. Nocturnals picked this map, and we know why they picked this map. They saw it. We saw it yesterday. They had a very competent hold. Just partway through point B, Lunaris got it to there, and then they smashed through their own attack. And we are likely to see that today, unless unless Regen can pull out something special.
Yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to seeing how Regen puts up with the defenses. Of course, I have that experience with Nocturnal already. Looking forward to another team, seeing if they can tackle the strategies moving forward. Right now, don't want to speculate too much on what these teams are going to be running, as we are still a little bit a ways before the gates actually drop.
I reckon this, whatever it is that Nocturnal saying, is what they're going with. No, I don't really. But, well, you know what? Let's introduce the teams. On the side of Regen, we have Ship, Lava, Chopper, Cool ABC, Magic, Mateball, and CJ. And they are coming out on the tried and true May McCree composition. Reinhardt and Sigma in support. In support on tanks. And the support line is Baptiste. Oh, that was a poor choice of words there. Baptiste, Brigitte. For the side of Nocturnal, we have PG1, Zemrit, Unhuman, Kitty King, Like, and Akash. And there's still 3 seconds to go, but they might be rolling out something similar to what we're seeing. A surprise to be sure, the Wrecking Ball Symmetra.
Yeah, it looks like the sim is just going to be used for a teleport. Everybody getting there rather quickly. And then as we predicted...
Zem's on the Tracer!
Yep, Zem Tracer coming in. Ship and Lava going to be on this Ryan Sigma to start. What do you think, Temp?
So I've seen a lot of... Regen has played this a lot, so I'm not surprised they come out with it. Ship has proven a brutal Sigma player, dealing with the other team. Those accretions flying through the air. The front line of Nocturnal is going to have to be very, very wary when they dive in, which is what Akash has just done.
Yeah, they're certainly going to be going for it. PG1 getting brought dangerously low here in this situation. However, it will be Kitty King who is the first to drop by the Peacekeeper of Chopper. PG1 getting a quick stun and then demeched right out. It looks like for now Regen on the defense is going to hold.
That was nicely handled. Nocturnal went in, they were setting the pieces in play, but Regen, they stood their ground, they waited until someone was isolated. PG1 got caught in the back line, couldn't use those boosters to get away. It was frozen, flashbangs, and Bob's your uncle, fight over, and you see a minute down for Nocturnal.
Yeah, so far a good minute off the board. Looks like it's going to be Nocturnal once again trying to go right upwards, not trying to contest this high ground. Instead, it's going to be PG1 and the tank of Akash trying to go right up onto high. They do get that positioning, but then they aren't able to do a whole lot as Chopper just absolutely takes advantage. And Human and Kitty King both going to be falling.
Yeah, with both your tanks diving on the high ground, you've got to secure that kill. Magic 8-Ball able to get away. The Immortality Field came in. And then once the tank line for Nocturnal is away and busy, trying to get work done, Chopper has free reign to go after your squishies, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah,
But now coming to this fight, ultimates online for Regen, including that crucial Blizzard, but only the Nano Boost available for Nocturnal.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get some good use out of that. And we're going to be seeing the Nano Boost go out onto Akash, trying to build up that Winston Primal Rage, but the Blizzard comes out from Cool ABC, trying to buy just a little bit more space, keep that Winston at bay for just a moment. It looks like it succeeds for the time being, but like, going to be taking the anti-nade to Cool ABC for their audacity in that Blizzard. And right now, it looks like Nocturnal's going to be claiming some progress here on this point, cleaning up 6 members still on the point.
Indeed, that Immortality Field from Magic Mate Ball almost kept Regen in the fight, but that coordinator play, including that Bio Grenade from Like, sealed the deal. Nocturnal able to take the point, and in the end, only a couple of ultimates invested from them. That was a really great start. Regen, they're seeing a swap off cool ABC onto that Torbjorn that Regen has favoured in recent times, so not all fun and games for Nocturnal moving forward.
They certainly have to expect so, and we're going to be seeing right away Regen trying to hold up to this first choke. This is something we didn't get to see a whole lot of yesterday. And so I really like this positioning, holding forward, trying to get Lava right up to Cart, trying to perhaps get as much early contest as possible. This Torb going to be very difficult to dive, but the Transcendence coming out from Kitty King, a little bit questionable, separated so far away from their team, but Akash going to be rejoining them. The duplicate coming out from Anhuman going to be taking on the form of that Reinhardt. Easy one, so dangerously low, but takes out the D.Va. Self-destruct, doesn't find anything with it. The kill's going all in favor of the defense right now. Only the turret going to be falling for the side of Regen, and with that, they're going to have successfully repelled the side of Nocturnal.
Indeed, and Kitty King, it was a weird push. The Kitty King was going around the far right-hand side, trying to get in front of the cart, but yeah, got spotted out, as you mentioned, and forced that Transcendence so early. And once that was gone, that big healing gone for the side of Nocturnal, it meant attack was going to fall apart, but they're not wasting any time getting back in there.
Yeah, a big rock onto Akash once again. Going to be facing that Sigma Accretion as that Winston going to be taking a big nano break with that, and they invested that nano for pretty much nothing. Akash now going to be taking up onto Pylon, trying to get some space, but it doesn't look like they're able to quite do too much right out of the gates. Torbjorn going to be popping that hot nacho cheese, that molten core, trying to buy some space, trying to prevent the attackers from pushing up too aggressively. Does seem like it will be doing the trick, but they still have taken possession onto this pylon, and now it looks like the car's going to be moving. The defense has surrendered a bit of progress. A big dive coming in from Akash with the primal, but the grab flux coming in, going to be dropping them right onto the ground. Akash dangerously low, brought down, and the defense once again manages to reclaim its territory.
It's so good from Regen. Their ultimates came online at the right time, and you saw that primal raging Akash hanging in the air, just swinging away, going, put me down, put me down. But unfortunately, once they were put down, immediately eliminated from the fight. That was such a great fight from Regen. They're getting very aggressive. Why not? You've got so many ultimates to work with. You can play around as much as you want in Nocturnal Spawn. And Kitty King loses goes down with the Transcendence. It's going to delay them even further.
Yeah, and the nano being invested into Akash just to regain control of this high ground right in front of Spawn. So costly, and Human going to be dropping it to that Torbjorn Rivet gun. You hate to see it. And right now, what does Nocturnal have to do to regain control here, Tim?
They need to be using this Transcendence a little earlier, or maybe they need to use the Transcendence a little later. They're swapping off. They're wanting to match Regen bite for bite, and I don't know, I'm a little concerned about that. Regen has proven they are competent on this composition. Nocturnal's strength so far has lain in that dive. Though, of course, as I say that, the dive hasn't been working, so yeah, sometimes a swap is a swap. Only a minute left on the clock. They're not going to get many ultimates out of this. They're going to have to rely on taking a stand-up brawl. And losing a Akash straight away, not going to help that.
Yeah, big accretion coming out from Ship to try to buy that. And it looks like we're seeing Zemrit try to go on the flank, but not able to find anything, got so dangerously low. And already the kill is going so far in favor of Regen. Doesn't look like there's going to be anything for this push.
Chopper is an absolute star. The rest of the team is setting this McCree up for success, and they are taking full advantage of the situation. You see them coming up in the kill feed time and time again, and Cool ABC has another multi-core online ship, another gravitic flux. It's going to be very difficult for Nocturnal to even touch the cart as the time burns down.
And certainly will. The D.Va Bomb coming in from PG1 just to try to find anything. Not successful, however, Cool ABC dropping that Molten Core. However, it's going to be Akash getting the first kill, Magic Mate Ball. That healing going to be gone for the defense, but it doesn't seem to be stopping him as Cool ABC does use that liquid hot magma to its suppression. And with this, he's going to be chasing him off, trying to go for the hammer kill, not going to be finding it. But with this, it looks like the defense has this just about wrapped up halfway through Streets phase.
Jeez, Nocturnal getting a taste of their own medicine. This is where they stopped Lunaris yesterday. But Regen's so strong, and I liked the way they were playing that. We saw Lava have to turn the shields to stop the Diva Bomb, and Akash followed that up really well. It was going right after that Reinhardt, but the healers were keeping Lava in that fight. It was so close to taking the Reinhardt out, and without getting that kill, you're still left with 2 shields for the defense, and there's not much chance for Nocturnal to break through. So they've given themselves quite a task here, having to defend point A, and really, they want to hold point A here.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be key, I think. Now, what does...
So the question is, does Nocturnal, do they go a bunker composition? Do they stick with dive? I think they're going to have to go with bunker. You take the risk, you say, okay, we're going to hold here on point A. We're going to assume that we can hold here on point A. So they need to bring something out that they have played before. Strangely enough, we did see Regen and Nocturnal play each other last week in another tournament. That match went 2-1 to Regen, but it was very, very close. And this composition we're seeing Nocturnal roll out on defense is what we saw them play last week. It was all right. We're seeing Zemret on the Ashe, Unhuman back on the Echo, so that is an improvement I'm going to enjoy seeing. Unhuman was so good yesterday on the Echo. We'll see if it makes a difference today. Though, from the side of Regen, it looks like they've got a... No, they're not going to play an Echo main themselves. Cool ABC swapping off. A Hanzo may core for that team. A lot of shield break. No, chop it back off another McCree. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to see as these teams both get right into it, and Human going to be holding up on that high ground for the moment, backing off rather quickly. And this high ground defense coming in from Akash, we saw them do this, I believe, yesterday as well. We'll see if they can find them any purchase. A big dynamite coming in from Zemret, building up quite a bit of ult charge as Ashe is going to like to do. However, the wraparound coming in from Regen, the early kill on the Magic Mayfall is going to cost them. It's going to have to make them take this push a lot more slowly or just absolutely back out. It does look like they know what they want to do, but they are going to try to pull out and Regen.
That is exactly what you want to see from Nocturnal on the defense. And yeah, you say Zemret building up ult charge nice. I can't wait to see Bob on the field. I know Bob is typically a hard carry hero. And once that's out of the field, it's almost unstoppable for the other team. And wow. And Human wanted to get really aggressive, not wanting to let Regen off to regen their own shields anytime soon. But yeah, now looking at them, Unhuman is actually the closest to ultimate in the server. 78% already. No one else barely above 50.
I mean, it's absolutely what you'd expect. Normally, you'd expect the supports to get, you know, the most ult charge immediately, but Magic Mayfall got taken down rather early, and Human almost going to be having that duplicate. And quick as a whip, Regen going to be pushing right on the first point. No losses early on this time. They're going to have that full regroup. It's going to be cool ABC on that high ground, getting forced off by Like on the Brig, and the duplicate coming in from Human, trying to get those swings and trying to build up the Earth Shatter. Goes for it, misses right into the shield of Lava, the Immortality Field. Everybody on the side of Regen grouping up on that Immortality Field, staying alive, and you can really see the side of Nocturnal paying some respect to it, paying that due to the ability as they need to. And with this, not a lot of drops going in quite yet, but the Blizzard does go down onto the field. Cool ABC going to be throwing it down. Not a whole lot of kills coming off the back of it. The rally going to be offered in return. Zemret finally getting the first kill. Lava taken down by Bob. Cool ABC using the wall, trying to separate the attackers, or the defenders a little bit. Doesn't quite seem to get them any kills. Work to their advantage too immediately. But this game is going so fast. Chopper trying to drop the high noon BG1, using that kinetic grasp to pull all the bullets out of mid-air. And with that, it looks like this fight's going so back and forth. But it looks like the defense might have an opportunity here if they can maintain. This fight's going all the way to Pylon.
It's also still going back on the point. Lava and Cool ABC still contesting the point. Lava going down out of the fight a bit earlier, had to come back, but now we're seeing Regen has taken up position on the point, and those reinforcers have come back in the nick of time. Nocturnal perhaps went too far chasing them down. They've given up almost 2 ticks.
Yeah, 2 ticks will certainly almost be given up, but almost doesn't cut the mustard here. The high noon coming in from Human, going to be cleaning up CJ just for this here.
Jeez, normally you see the Echoes copying a tank, which you saw at the start of the fight, or a support, because those are such impactful ultimates. And Human thinking, nah, you know what? Chopper's being a bit annoying. I'm going to show him exactly how McCree is played. Built up their high noon, got the job done. But yeah, that was quite a chase by Nocturnal, but they got back in a nick of time and only giving up 1 tick. So good. There's only 30 seconds left on the clock for Regen. They've got the Earth Shatter, they'll have the Deadeye, maybe the Blizzard if the fight goes long enough. But they're running into the Ant Matrix, which will be opened up first.
Yeah, and Human going to be trying to farm up a lot of damage off the back of that, as well as Zemrit, shown by taking down Magic Mainfall. That is going to slow this push down even more. That is exactly the opposite of what Regen wanted to have happen, and they need to have something happen within the next 10 seconds. They need to get on the point.
They're going to have to go without Lucio.
Yeah, they're absolutely going to have to. It's going to be so difficult. Chopper trying to drop that high noon, though.
Oh, 8-Ball's coming in like a wrecking ball. Sorry, wrong hero.
And he gets taken down again. PG1 hitting him with the accretion, blading them. But things look like they're turning around for the offense. Regen coming in, gonna be getting 3 kills off the back of it. That might be enough. Most likely will be if this caster has to take a bet on it to get at this point reclaim the kinetic grasp. We're gonna be coming in. Lava taken down, but will it be enough? No contest as PG1 drops.
Cool ABC coming up clutch. That Blizzard came on at the precise right moment. Bob was on there causing havoc, but Cool ABC was able to get that Omnic frozen. Everyone else was able to help finish off the kills. Oh, Regen. They've just kept themselves in this. Now they've got 2 minutes. It's certainly doable task, but Nocturnal coming up with some great ults of their own. They could well hold this.
Yeah, this would not be a hold we've seen Nocturnal be impossible to, or we've seen Nocturnal be impossible to breach here. But either way, it looks like they're going to be trying to take this high ground on top of Terrace, with the exception of Akash trying to hold that ground, being the one member on cart. If they do drop, it's going to be a dangerous position. Like, going to be backing them up on that brig. And Human now getting into the fray, but Lava taking down that main tank. The Sig9 coming in. Nobody going to be able to contest cart because of it. Regen going to just gently push it through that point.
There was a nice wall there coming out from Cool ABC. The Immortality field was put down behind the wall, so Akash wasn't benefiting from it. So everyone else standing there was trying to contest the cart, getting Immortality field benefits. Akash not so lucky. In the end, that Orisa got taken down. Your staying power was gone for Nocturnal. Regen going to push through, and well, they're in a good position. But again, this is a position Nocturnal has found themselves in. The last match they played, Regen went up 1-0. And Nocturnal was able to bring it back on the second map. So they've got a map pick, and really, actually, I'll be curious about what they pick, because they haven't picked yet, because they haven't dropped a map. The only map they've ever picked is the first map, which is Blizzard World. Now they've got Escort. This is quite up in the air. They've got, what, Junkertown, Route 66, Gibraltar to pick from?
Yeah,
I'm very curious.
I believe so. I'm hoping we get to see a second Watchpoint Gibraltar map. I just like seeing dive-centric maps. That's just me. If I had to take a guess.
And if you're Nocturnal, why wouldn't you? You've got such a strong dive. Go to the dive map. You don't want to go to Junkertown. That is where Regen is going to flourish. You've got they know how to play that Orisa Sigma, the Reinhardt Sigma. That's a great map. So Junkertown is a good map for them. And you know what? Turns out the teams know a lot more about Overwatch than I do. Nocturnal has picked Junkertown, so they are willing to take it to Regen. Perhaps counting on their dive being good in the second 2/3 of the map, and just hoping they can get there in the first place.
Yeah, it's going to be really about puncturing that first point. We'll have to see if they can manage to pull it through here. However, it is going to be Nocturnal on the offense, I do believe. Regen will be on the defense, as I just checked my notes. And with that, we will be heading up here in a second. But, Temp, from what we saw last time, what do you think Nocturnal has to change? What in their formula do you think has to be modified if we're going to see success, unlike we did in Blizzard War for them?
So I think that first point hold they had was quite good. If they had a lot of success with that for the most part. They got a bit unlucky at the end, just that Blizzard came out at the wrong moment for them and cleaned them up. So I wouldn't mind seeing them start out with that kind of bunkerish defense here in Junkertown. Some great defensive positions on point A, particularly that the second corner. Otherwise, maybe they just need to warm up. Maybe that dive can work out for them. There's a lot of open area here for Unhuman to get stuff done on the Echo. Zemrit, we know, is a magnificent tracer, magnificent hit scan all around. We might see a little changes from there. They just need to, I think, play a little more around each other. Yes, dive, it relies on your spreading out and then timing your dives in, but they're just getting picked off left, right, and center by Regen, who is very good at calling out targets and taking them down. And when you've got a player like Chopper, you've got players like Cool ABC in the middle, you've got that stun, you've got that freeze, you've got to be very careful not to be isolated. And for the side of Regen, they're on defense. They're sticking with what works. That Ryan Sigma, McCree May setup.
Yeah, and so far, I'm not liking the look of Nocturnal just yet. On Human maybe rolling out with this. I'll wait. I'll hold my caster's tongue until I actually see it fly out of the gates, and it looks like it will.
Oh, yes!
Unhuman gonna be on the pharmacy with the Bastion. You gotta love it already. The Immortality Field from Magic 8 Ball gonna be taken down, and Human just taken to the skies, trying to put in that damage as much as possible. Confusing Lava. Lava didn't seem to quite know where the shield was. CJ
so good.
taken down early. This is great. These sightlines have to be very clear for the side of Regen here. They don't quite know, like seem like they want to deal with this in any particular way, and it may cost them already out of the gate. It looks like Nocturnal going to be getting this first fight.
Indeed they are. Regen went for the close hole, but Nocturnal was absolutely ready for that. They left the Bastion on the high ground, and you can't rush that as Regen. And then all you have to do is send Unhuman around the back, pick off someone who was straying around like CJ. And just like that, they've got the cart most of the way through point A. The Regen, they're coming in. They've got the right composition for a nice brawly recontest in the cart if they can make it close enough.
Yeah, Zemret's still going to be on this Bastion, just raining down that hail of bullets. Lava's shield going to be taking the battering for this ship. Going to be trying to use that kinetic grasp to reduce the brutality on their shield.
But their rotation, where are they going?
Yeah, they need to contest the cart here very soon. Now they're going to be pushing into the offense. Not a situation you may want to be dealing with when you're talking about a Bastion. Cool ABC trying to do something. The Immortality Field coming out. Zemret mowing down a Chopper, the ironically named, I might add. And with this, Zemret closed up behind these crates. Seems to be doing them a bit of disservice here, but the Immortality, or the damage window, going to be coming out with the tank form combined, taking down Mei with a one-shot body. And to that, it looks like the offense comes out, even like trying to get some kills here with that Diva, or that Mercy pistol, rather. High Noon coming in from Chopper, not going to be finding too much, and with that, you have to think the offense is going to seal it up here and now, Temp.
Indeed they are. They used a lot of ultimates to get there, but they've still got a couple online, and of course, crucially, they've got point A. They're through the most dangerous phase of this map when it comes to playing this Bastion. Now, no, you can still play Bastion here. You might see Zemret sticking on it just for until they die again. On the side of Regen, coming up onto some crucial ultimates. They're going to have their tank ultimates, Blizzard, and the rally armor for this next fight. They're in a great position to forestall this Nocturnal attack.
We'll have to certainly see if they can, but Chopper taken down early is not great for the stall. And Human, though, going to be taking that trade, like, though, there with the Johnny on the spot to be the one to get that res. Ship going to be taking a little bit of an accretion to the face, caught up in that grab flux shortly after. However, the Immortality Field out to save them. The rally coming in from the CJ to keep the defenders up and alive as much as possible. Both Immortality Fields off the board, not going to be a concern anymore, but Human funnels the defensive team into this little hallway, makes it very difficult for them to push out. That means the cart just gets a lot of progress for free. Cool ABC, though, taking the headshot on Human, perhaps stayed a little too stationary, a little too long with that rocket barrage, and the cart finally going to be contested by Lava against this Orisa, with CJ on the brig to just whip and flail their way to victory and get the hold here so far. The big pin from Lava onto Zemret. You gotta love seeing it. Immortality Field coming out just to ensure that pin goes through.
Yeah, Cash doing a good job just sitting on the cart, pushing it forward, giving them a little more progress for Nocturnal, but the support line from Regen coming up trumps there. There was so much healing going out. We saw Ship go so low in that grab flux, was focused on. In the end, Magic, Maple, and CJ able to keep them alive, and I'm not surprised for the support line, which I'll actually talk about later as the amplification matrix out for Kitty King just to force the defenders back.
Yeah, and Human almost sniffing out Magic 8 Ball on this BAP, but Chopper taking down Zemret. That means one less DPS for the offense here, but one less support for the defense. That might be a fair trade, but Like going to be dropping in Like, and Chopper taking down Kitty King needs no support if he left. Yeah, going to be taking down the majority of the team, it seems, here, and with that, the defense continues to hold fast.
Oh, so Regen lost a main support and a main tank at the start of that fight, and Chopper just annihilated the rest of Nocturnal. I think we talked about it before the broadcast. Chopper and Zemret, these are two amazing traces. The duel between them is going to probably be the pin on which this match turns. Whichever tracer comes up trumps against each other, and whichever is not able to be dealt with by the other team will likely mean that they've carried their team to victory.
Yeah, but you can't expect to win the fight when one of your DPS goes down that early. And with that early kill onto, I believe it was Human, Regen going to be getting very aggressive. We see Chopper as well as Zemret taking a little bit of a Tracer 1v1 as these tanks continue to battle it out, but Regen does not give up this high ground.
And they've got so many ultimates to work with. Blizzard, Grab Flux, Rally. again, that's what they stopped the cart with the first time. They can do it again. The cart hasn't moved any further.
It really has not. The Maywall coming out from the side of Cool ABC, going to be dropping in, allowing Lavenders go in, swing, make everybody a nail. And with that, the reflux from PG1 and Ship, everybody's getting lifted, getting dropped. And it still comes up positive for Regen, but be excelling here on defense.
Oh, I'm so enjoying this. And only, what, 3 ultimates invested in that fight? You've still got so much to work with for Regen. Some changes coming through from... Oh, sorry, no, and Human just switched back and forward. We're seeing a change from Kitty King onto the Zenyatta, but 50 seconds left. I don't think most of those characters are going to get ultimates as they go full dive.
Yeah, certainly not going to be expecting any ultimates online, but we'll have to see how they choose to play this. The Pulse Bomb trying to come out doesn't seem to find too much. The Blizzard going to be freezing PG1 right out of the gate. However, not D-Max immediately, and now D-Max is going to be taken out of the fight. Akash and PG1 both out. Not a lot of staying power here for the offense. Now Zemmer having to use that recall just to get out, get stunned again, closed out, and Human the only one from the side of Nocturnal claiming any kills, but it might not be enough for that push.
No, it won't be. I'll say on the bright side for Nocturnal, they're coming in with an ultimate, and Human might be able to build up this duplicate, which could prove to be any other ultimate in the game. Who knows? Maybe a nice Blizzard will come out. But the side of Regen, they're focusing on Lava. Ship is so close. They're going to have the Ant Matrix and the Rally again for this fight. It's going to be very difficult for Nocturnal.
Yeah, Magic 8 Ball actually dropping that window, but gets taken down by Kitty King as soon as it goes out. This is great for the offense. This is exactly what they need. And Human melting people with the laser coming in from Echo. And it looks like the card's finally going to make a little bit more progress, and not a moment too late for Nocturnal. This is an overtime.
Oh, that focus beam is just so brutal. It's like 200 damage per second. It's insane. And of course, if a player's already on half health to receive that amount of damage, they're not going to survive. See, Unhuman building up that duplicate. There's a chance for a contest coming through from Regen. They've got the ultimates to make it work. Nocturnal, they're not going to get lucky. Regen is going to contest it.
Yeah, and an early kill onto Like with the Pulse Bomb. The Earth Shatter trying to come out from Anhuman doesn't quite land too much. The Pulse Bomb now coming out from Zemrit fails just as miserably. And with this, Kitty King does claim cool ABC. Zenyatta just seems to keep getting kills, but will it be enough as the Primal Rage comes out from Akash, trying to bop around anybody they can find to control this space. Anhuman taking down CJ. This fight's going back and forth, but it looks like the defender's going to have a little bit of a respawn advantage. Not quite.
No healing. Sorry, yeah, no healing available from Nocturnal on the cart. They're not going to quite make it to end the point B, and wow, Chopper absolutely bullying the Brigaders right now. Saw a couple of sticks on the Pulse Bomb, and in the end, it's what got the job done.
Yeah, it's at times like this, I remember how short the second point for Junkertown feels, because it was almost just one team fight that allowed the side of Nocturnal to carry that cart basically from start to finish. So I think that it's going to be even more crucial that they, bolster down as much time as they can on first point.
Yeah, but thankfully for them, they didn't get stopped at that second turn in point B. They got almost to the end. So that's going to give them a little bit of breathing room, another fight that if the Regen does make it into there, they're not going to be as flustered. They don't have to go, oh, we need one hole and we're done. You've got that second opportunity to defend like Regen took advantage of right then. And Nocturnal, they're rolling out on the defense and a more bunkery defense for them. I'm excited to see Zemrit rolling out on this Widowmaker. And if Chopper sticks on this Widowmaker, we could have a fantastic duel on our hands.
Yeah, certainly going to be looking forward to it, seeing which Widow can claim up more heads. However, I'm getting a little bit anxious now that we're going to be seeing a Bastion come out from both sides. Cool ABC, it looks like they might be opting into it, although nothing's too confident when it comes to the attackers, I've learned in my multiple years of casting.
Indeed, we'll see where it goes. No Bastion for the defense. Yes, yeah, so Cool ABC, they're going to set the pirate ship up straight away on the cart. Waiting for the shield to go down. There it is. Chopper and Zemrit duking it away in the back lines.
Yeah, and early on, Zemrit taking down Chopper. A dink to the headshot, going to be claiming their life. An Accretion Rock coming out, taken right to the face of Life.
Human.
And Human taking down Ship. So far, the defense seems good, but it seems like the offense has still been claiming some progress here. Although now it looks like the defense is going to be getting a little bit more aggressive and really trying to claim this space around that first bend. And with that, they're pretty much taking the fight to them. They're going as close to spawn as possible, although Cool ABC able to get set up right around this turn point. Zemret once again claiming Chopper. Love seeing that with a 1v1. And right now, Zemret looking like they're coming out the boss of the sniper battle. And with that, the defense is going to be pretty content.
Yeah, and Human floated around the side there and assassinated Ship from behind. The attackers were not so expecting that at all. It's a great play, building up towards that duplicate. And Zemret, you can see exactly how dominant they've been in the Widow duel. 70% ult charge separating the two Widowmakers. Zemret almost has the infrasight.
Yeah, they're going to be using it right now. The cool ABC just going to be using that tank configuration instead and absolutely blasting people. Akash and Human going down. PG1 with the flail by CJ. And with this, it looks like just a few more squishies from the defense. Not going to be long for this world as the car will eventually move up towards that first point.
Yeah, that will be the end of the point A defense. So Nocturnal, yeah, he had the edge in the Widow duel, but the rest of the team unfortunately just couldn't withstand the barrage of damage coming out from Cool ABC. Cool ABC very proficient with turrets. We've seen them on the Tourbillon already. Onto the Bastion and Human. Nice little assassination onto Chopper, but some ultimates coming online now for Nocturnal. They've got the duplicate. They've got most of their ultimates coming online. In fact, the infrasight's been used, so it's a bit low. On the side of Regen, they've got some ultimates coming online of their own, but a little bit behind so far. So I think Nocturnal might have the advantage, especially with that Ant Matrix.
Yeah, we'll have to see that. Grab Flux coming in from PG1 as well, who does take a stun. Cool ABC burning down Akash. CJ taking down their counterpart in Like right now. And this defense just seems so, or this offense just seems so dominant. PG1 trying to hold the point. Zemret not able to take advantage of the distraction caused by PG1, and with that, the cart continues to roll.
Indeed it will, and now is when the danger signals start coming out for Nocturnal. You've got 4 minutes to defend. You've only got essentially one fight left in you. Space-wise, you cannot afford to mess this one up. Thankfully, they held on to that duplicate. They're going to have the rally to contest the cut, but they're going to have to come out so soon. Cool ABC up on this high ground. It'll be so hard to deal with.
Yeah, they're certainly going to be trying, though, however. And Human going for the Sig grab with the duplicate. The rock right on the ship. But PG1 taken down by Lava early on. The grab Flux coming out from Human, dropping them right down in Mort Field there to catch them, though. However, Cool ABC burning Kitty King this Bastion on the high ground uncontested. Cool ABC throwing in those shells, and you can't think the defense is long, and they are certainly not as the point gets captured. Regen taking the second map.
Indeed they do, and yes, you're stuck between the rock and a hard place there as Nocturnal. You've got to get on the cart, stop its progress, but then half of Regen is sitting on the high ground. Bastion with an Orisa shield behind it. You've got to send someone up to contest, but who do you send up? All you're doing is splitting your team and making the rest of your teammates even easier cannon fodder for the Bastion. So, well played by Regen. They knew exactly what they were doing with that Bastion. And it showed, especially in the time they set. They finished with about 3.5 minutes on the clock. That is a stellar time for Junkertown.
Yeah, and if you're Nocturnal, you got to be shaking a little bit here. You are down 0-2. That is not the most ideal situation you'd want to be in. And overall here, Temp, it looks like Nocturnal just does not have that extra oomph power to take themselves over Regen. Do you think there's anything they can do as we go into our next map, or any map they can pick that might favor them a little bit more, perhaps?
Well, the next map will be a control map, so Nepal, Legion Tower, and Busan. I mean, control typically, most of the control maps favor dive, which of course is Nocturnal's favored style. It hasn't necessarily been working out yet. It hasn't been necessarily working out for them, but I mean, at this point, you haven't been able to match up in the brawl or bunker comps, and your dive hasn't been working out. I mean, as Nocturnal, quite difficult. Maybe you just go back to what you're good at. You know you're good at dive. It's control. You just see if you can make it work. It's your last chance. You've got to make sure you're on the strongest composition you can, regardless of what the other team is throwing at you. At least there's going to be no Bastion on control.
Yeah, you would hope so, but
well, okay, yeah, I take that back. It might be.
You never know. I never put anything beyond any of these teams. Just in general, I have no faith in my knowledge of the future. for that. But we're going to be seeing what these teams pick. It looks like we might be seeing a Li Xiong pick. Not too confident exactly on that now. We're just waiting on the teams to lock in.
Well, if they do go to Lijiang Tower, if I was Nocturnal, I would not want to see Control Center come up, because that is going to be shields are plenty, but Reinhardt, Zarya, maybe an Orisa, maybe a Sigma, and if Regen's able to capture that point, it's going to be very difficult for them to take it back. So Night Market or Gardens is what I want to see if I'm Nocturnal.
And if I am me, the caster, I want to see Gardens just because I feel like I can count on Anhuman to play that Pharah once again, as we saw on Junkertown. I love seeing the Pharah play. I'm hoping it's going to come in. We are getting the readies in from these teams, so we will be heading to Lijiang Tower here momentarily. Now, knowing this temp, let's say we don't go to Control. Let's say we go to something a little bit more middle of the ground, like Night Market. What do you think we can expect to see from these teams? Do you think we still see the dive from Nocturnal?
Now arriving at
I do think we see that. I think we see that it'll be Echo, or there you go. We are at the market. We're going to see Echo or Pharah coming out from Unhuman, just depending on how they're feeling for this map. I think Echo might be a little more useful here. Once you're in the point, it's not much room to fly around. But Echo just a little more maneuverable. You've got more speed to move around, so you can make better use of that small space. And obviously, it's giving less room for Chopper and Cool ABC to take you down out of the air. If you're McCree, instead of looking long and high, you have to look straight up, which takes you right out of the fight because you can't see what's going on around you.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Of course, would not be surprised to see the Sim here on Night Market. It is I wouldn't say common strategy, but it is a notable strategy, a strategy that is not absolutely out of left field. You use that teleporter, take the window right onto the point, get you there a little bit faster, allows you to barrier up a little bit more. I'll be honest, out of these two teams, I'm a little bit surprised if we do see Nocturnal roll out with it. They may just be using the Sim for the quickness to get right out of spawn, and then the teleport, or the
yeah, Semra straight onto the McCree. But it means they're going to get here a lot faster. Lava got the charge off, but then was alone, had to wait for the rest of the team, and now, well, that wall's not going to be blocking much. Nocturnal's going to take up first position on the point.
Yeah, they certainly will. Nocturnal will be taking this defensive position, and it's looking like Regen not going to be getting too aggressive here. Not going to be pushing up too much into it, and the control point might flip over in favor of the side of Nocturnal if somebody doesn't do something here. But the Mei Ice Block coming in rather quick from Ryan and Mei's Ice Wall sandwiched here. Cool ABC and Lava going to be paying for it. The Immortality Field by Magic Mayfall taken down. Akash almost already to that Earth Shatter, and there we go. It looks like Nocturnal going to get first control and hold.
Yeah, Cool ABC's Mei walls in that fight doing a little more harm than good, and Nocturnal, they need to reassert their mindset a little bit, and they're going to do that by getting aggressive, getting up in Regen's face. On the bright side, the amount of damage done in that fight has led to both Kitty King and Magic Maple having their amplification matrices online, as well as Akash swinging with a hammer between that Mei wall sandwich, now has the Earth Shatter online.
Yeah, we are going to see
Stereo.
Drop that window, try to get out. Both windows facing each other. Akash gonna be taken down early though. Looks like during the Fire Strike animation, and with that, it looks like Regen's absolutely gonna capitalize on it. The charge coming in from Lava, just trying to get on the point, swing around, and it's gonna be Kitty King as the last to fall. The point gonna be flipping over to Regen.
That is such a good fight for Regen. You saw Nocturnal invest 2 ultimates in that fight, and they got nothing for either. All you did was give an out Matrix for it, and now you're sitting on the top of 2 great ultimates of your own, the Blizzard and the Gravitic Flux. It's going to be so hard for Nocturnal to come in and recontest, even with that Blizzard and Gravitic Flux of their own. As the attacking team, it's a lot harder.
Yeah, the Sig Grab, Mark's coming in, Zemrit using it to their advantage, taking the High Noon with them. Zemrit claiming 2 and the Immort Field off the back, and from here Nocturnal certainly has numbers advantage. They're going to be getting a little bit more aggressive. Lava kind of on the back foot, trying to kite back with that shield. Everybody getting frozen, it seems, as both Blizzards coming out. CJ taken down just by Blizzard damage on principle. And with that, another Mei wall coming in from Cool ABC. It seems like they haven't quite learned their lesson, though. And Human taking them out, caught out perhaps by their own Mei wall. And with that, the point goes over to Nocturnal, and they push back.
Yeah, if both teams have Blizzards on the point, the team with more numbers is generally going to be the one that wins. Unhuman's Blizzard coming off a little better. Nocturnal now, they're in a great position of their own. They've used the sound barrier in that fight, but they've got some more ultimates of their own to speak of, and they've also got percentage on their side, 70%. We're getting into 1.5, one fight territory, so Regen need to get the point back probably on this fight. Otherwise, they're going to be hard-pressed to get the point back at all.
They certainly will, and the grab flux coming in to weaken everybody out and perhaps draw that immortal field out. Certainly not going to be doing the best for the now attacking Regen. The immortality field taken down rather early. The window opened up and a big shatter coming in, taking down Akash as well as Kitty King. The accretion trying to come out from ship doesn't quite find anything, but these standard shots do, with the entirety of Regen looking like they're finally going to get control back in their hands at 44%.
Like the grab flux at the start of that fight only caught Magic Maypole. All he did was look down, put out his immortality field and drop down into it, so kept himself alive nicely. But in the end, yeah, Regen was able to walk over Nocturnal. The ultimate's really good for Nocturnal. They countered their Earth Shatter from Lava really well. Zembra got a flash onto the Reinhardt, stopping any follow-up, but the rest of the team was there. And Zembra opening again with a great Deadeye.
Yeah, it was Deadeye versus Deadeye in that one. Zembra came out the victor. And with that, we're seeing the Blizzard come out now from Anhuman. The pin onto Lava. Akash taking it to him, not wanting to be the most forgettable tank here. Certainly going for it, like getting a boop kill onto CJ off the cliff. And with that, overtime's going to tick down. The Tracer might come in for the pass.
But it's just a lonely little Tracer going to force the recall at the point, and of course no blinks left. Now use them all to get on. No, I take that back. Chopper able to get back on the point. Immediately cops an Icicle for their efforts. Nice Earth Shatter there, going to stop Lava getting in. But it's just going to be the cleanup as Regen streaming onto the point, throwing their ultimates out, but nothing really doing well for them.
Yeah, nothing quite yet. However, they have managed to get a decent fair number of people onto the point. And with this, it looks like the kills are still going in favor of Nocturnal. A big rock onto CJ, who gets cleaned up by the High Noon. I think we've seen a kill for every High Noon in this game so far, Tom.
Zembra is unbelievable on this McCree. We saw how good they were on Tracer before. And then little McCree, is there any hit scan that Zembra can't play? Oh, the Widowmaker as well.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, is there any hit scan that Zembra can't play? I don't know. We might find out here as we go to Control Center. The map we thought the Nocturnal didn't want to see. It could be what keeps Regen in this map. But, I mean, Nocturnal, they took that Brawl fine. That wasn't dive, that was Brawl, and they did it. So, maybe a little boost to their morale. And they know they can give as good as they take. Regen, maybe we might see cool ABC coming out in this Doomfist. Just a little surprise. Lots of walls here on Control Center. Lots of consoles you can bust people into.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we're going to be seeing the Reaper come out, I believe, for the first time in this match. Zembra going for it, like taken down very early by Lava's Fire Strike. Some early damage onto that Lucio is not what you want to be seeing. That Reaper trying to go in. Akash taking the pin on the ship, trying to equal things out, and they will succeed on that. Both these teams just trying to brawl out, get some numbers advantage. As we know, Like will be able to get back to point rather quickly. The Maywall coming out, trying to separate people, doesn't quite find any success. Lava taken by an Earth Shatter, gonna be claimed. And some members of Regen already on point, trying to find something, but they will be cleaned up rather quickly by Nocturnal. And with that, it looks like they're gonna get point as soon as the backup comes from Regen.
Yeah, I think Like's attracting bullets there. Cops, like the first person eliminated for Nocturnal, and they've been eliminated twice before anyone else goes down. So just unlucky. Good focus from the side of Regen, taking the Lucio out. Oh, and nice Earth Shatter.
Yeah, 3-man Earth Shatter or 2-man Earth Shatter coming in from Lava. Akash getting brought dangerously low. Chopper going to be cleaning them up, looking to be the top McCree this time around. Easy when you're the only McCree in the server. With that, the push comes in. PG1 hitting CJ with a rock. However, CJ and Lava going to be striking back. It looks like once again Regen's going to regain control after an early Nocturnal capture.
Indeed they are, and they're going to show up on the ultimate board, showing exactly the amount of progress they've made. So they got the sound barrier available. We'll see if Chopper is as good as Deadeye's. Is as good at Deadeye as Zembra. But on the side of Nocturnal, they're coming in with some great ultimates. They got the Ant Matrix. They're going to have Blizzard and Gravitic Flux as well. So Regen's going to be very careful they don't group up.
Yeah, an early high noon coming out from Chopper, trying to find something, perhaps just zoning out a little bit, not going to be finding anything, has to bail out to get out of the blizzard, almost takes down the Mei in Anhuman. Not going to be successful though, the blizzard in return from Cool ABC coming in, the creature trying to sail in from PG1, not going to find anything, the Sig Flux coming in as well, a lot of abilities being thrown around, not a lot of purchase for, like once again taken down by a Fire Strike. This man is a Fire Strike magnet right now. And we're seeing, it looks like the defense Regen is still going to be able to hold this for a good amount of time. They are just dominating the electricals are on and that is until the 5-man shatter. Oh, good lord. Massive play coming in from Akash. That is exactly what they needed. I owe a personal apology. That was Cast Curse.
Well, Nocturnal by right should not have had that. Regen had the Lucio out, like was so close to Sound Barrier. But they didn't follow up on their kills. They let Nocturnal stay there, keep the members alive. Like, of course, Bed Boost back to the point with that Lucio all at. Now they've got the point and the Sound Barrier.
Yeah, it certainly is. And with that, we're going to be seeing the brawl take place here rather quickly, rather ruthlessly, I'd say. Immortality Field coming out for the side of Nocturnal, but it will not be enough to save Akash as the barrier, or the field goes down. Zemrit taken down. It's just going to be that Baptiste, the last one standing, but with that, once again, a quick point flip over by Regen.
And that's 2 fights in a row. We've seen the defending team in a great position, and just somehow their team on the attack has come in and walked all over them. So very back and forward at this point, and you can see that in the percentages, both sitting on 70% right now. Blizzard's online for both teams. Cool ABC's was a little bit better last time, so we'll see if Anhuman can turn the tables as Nocturnal goes onto that stage raised area.
Yeah, and we are seeing the Blizzard try to come out. Maywall's going to be blocking a lot of that, not perhaps the most benefit, but this time the Blizzard coming out from Cool ABC going to be freezing quite a few. CJ the first taken down, though. 3 hit by the Shatter coming in from Lava. That's going to be enough for Chopper to clean all of them up, and with that, you have to think that the side of Regen is going to continue to hold this point, but like Zemrit trying to claim back, Zemrit dropping that Death Blossom ship, however, holding it down with the grasp right in front of Zemrit. The Wrecking Ball coming in, and the Sound Barrier from Magic Matefall going to help bolster these defenses. Chopper on this Doomfist going to have to be something that the side of Nocturnal is aware of, but Nocturnal coming with a Doomfist of their own, as well as the grab, Flux, Ship, Lava, CJ all lifted up. Ship going to be the only one falling though, and taking a bunch to Magic Matefall. This is going back and forth, and like, actually you're dying during the Sound Barrier. That is so crucial. And with that, it's looking so brave for the side of Nocturnal. Chopper coming in, cleaning up, clearing house, and with it, Regen takes.
Wow, what a last fight. The reinforcements coming in so good for both of their teams. But again, Regen has got such good focus on, like, as the Lucio's not able to get anything done, and it's absolutely heartbreaking for the Nocturnal. They could have had it. The reinforcements were back, but from the side of Regen, they're combining their ultimates so well. We saw a couple of times Cool ABC throwing out the Blizzard, and then Ship immediately following up with the Gravitic Flux, and if most of the other team is slowed down by the Blizzard, they're not going to get out of that big Gravitic Flux circle, even if they see it coming. So it's a really nice combination they had. They allowed Chopper to finish up. Lava laid down an Earth Shadow once their players were down to finish him off a couple of times. So really, really nice coordination from Regen. Nocturnal, though, they're able to go over to the dive, and we're going to see that Tracer Echo dive. You know what? Nocturnal, they need to win this point to stay in the match, and why not go to your strongest composition?
Yeah, this is the bread and butter of Nocturnal, but the butter just got replaced with margarine, and Human taken down early on by an Icicle from Cool ABC. And with that early numbers advantage going on to Regen, they're going to be pushing on the point rather aggressively. Cool ABC assassinating these DPS units right now, making it look so easy. And with that, an early point flip over to Regen this time to start.
Zemrit was just hanging around the outside, got walled off, was waiting for the wall to come down. Cool ABC not willing to wait for that. Walked around the outside themselves, stuck an Icicle through that Tracer's dome. This Mei is, I was going to say on fire, but I suppose that's a little inappropriate for Mei. Ice cold is what Cool ABC is right now.
Yeah, certainly, and Cool ABC trying to set up some Mei walls, get some separation going, separates the D.Va as well as the Echo from the rest of the side of Nocturnal. That wall will be coming down shortly though, and the team will be regrouping for a side wraparound. Akash going in rather far ahead, collecting up with Anhuman. As well, most of the team is going to be hopping over the little pond area, but Lava just continues swinging onto this doorway. The Mei wall coming in, buying even more time for the defense.
Cool ABC is almost a Blizzard, 86%, just behind the support and Chopper. This is insane from this Mei. As Transcendence is forced on the point, Kitty King has to use it early.
Yeah, Kitty King using that Transcendence early, not enough to save Akash, and right now Nocturnal not really claiming too much. Zemrit taking down Chopper, that means that Tracer can roam a little bit more free, still has to watch out for that Brig. In fact, trying to play around CJ, gets stunned out, almost gets claimed. Zemrit so close to that pulse bomb, but can't stay engaged in the fight quite too long. Cool ABC gonna be dropping at that Mei Blizzard. Zemrit finally claiming CJ with that pulse bomb I mentioned earlier, but it doesn't seem to quite be enough. The Earth Shatter coming in and Human in the Echo form taken down off the back of its ship, using that grab flux to claim and hold this point even more defense. Using quite a few ults, but managing to stay in.
Yeah, the problem with this composition for Nocturnal is you're not running the Mei, you can't play the Mei v Mei fight. And Human tries to at least bring a little bit of Mei, but taken down too early. And Regen, 90%, one fight left for Nocturnal to stay in this match, and they've got almost nothing to work with. Maybe some tank ultimates, but they're running into a rally and potentially another Blizzard from Cool ABC.
Yeah, that rally's going to make it hard for this dive style composition, given the way that armor reduction works here. And with that ship getting taken down dangerously low, but Human taken down even lower, down to the point of death. Lava dropped, though. That is a lot of stall progress brought out for the side of Nocturnal. And with that, the Winston Primal Rage trying to keep everybody out of the Immortality field. Cool ABC taken down might have been one of the most crucial picks if we are looking historically in this map so far. And with that, the Nano Boost going on to Akash. They really want to try to secure this point. They need to, in fact. And with that, boosting the Winston, trying to buy that space, but not able to get any kills. Chopper using the stun grenade onto Akash, will not survive, but Lava will clean up the kills for them. Zemrit has that pulse bomb. Can they make it happen? The Immortality field comes out right as the pulse bomb hits. A big anti-nade, but it's not quite enough. That Immortality field there to save.
Nocturnal almost had it. They couldn't quite get the cleanup, and they've allowed Regen to come back in. And now Regen's taking up position on the point. They've got numbers advantage. They've got Blizzard. They've got Grav Flux.
And with that, it looks like CJ gonna try to clean up a little bit. The tank's getting brought dangerously low. It will be the DMEC from PG1. And with this, it looks like this is the death bell for the side of Nocturnal. Regen so close to making this go where they needed to. Akash, however, claiming Chopper's life. And with that, the stuns come out onto the Primal Winston, getting three off the back. Both tanks. And make it a fourth. Cool ABC, the fourth to drop victim to that Primal Rage. Akash, good lord, what are you doing to him, man?
I was almost ready for Regen to take that back, but Akash came in like, oh, I was gonna say a Wrecking Ball again. Damn it, I've got to pick a new phrase for that, because seeing as Wrecking Ball's now in the game. Wow, Akash coming out absolutely clutch. Now Nocturnal in an alright position of their own. They're going to have Pulse Bomb, Meteor Strike, and Nano's there. Yeah, they're going to re-engage outside.
A very early engagement coming in. Cool ABC taking down Zemrit and Human, claiming the return on a DPS. However, Akash drops means that the tank's staying power isn't going to be there for the now defending Nocturnal. They need to make something happen. They need to be a little bit explosive here. Can they? It's going to be very difficult with this composition set up. That Mage by Cool ABC chasing down PG1 on that Diva, knowing that there's nothing to block them. Now we're seeing the Wrecking Ball come out. You can make that joke now, Tev, if you like, but Akash trying to stay in and out, trying to weave as most of these dive characters prefer doing, but it will not be long for either of these worlds. This Diva Bomb coming out, Lava just simply shielding up in front of it. 99% for both teams, but it looks like the point will eventually flip for Regen as Zemrit is the last to drop. Point flips over, overtime ticks down.
This is it, this is it, this is it. Regen has the point. Overtime is triggered and they are on match point right now. It's just Akash trying to do what they can. Doomfist might get back, he gets in there, gets immediately stunned, then cut down. Overtime going to burn down. Regen takes the map and takes out the round. They are going through the grand final.
Yeah, Regen gonna be walking away with, at worst, a second place. You'll have to find out whether they make that first or second place by tuning into those finals tomorrow. And man, I'm hoping this final is as intense as that last fight, because we saw just Regen and Nocturnal both go into the nail for it, it seemed.
And it shows you the power of Mei in these brawl compositions. Cool ABC had, I think, 4 Blizzards on that last map, and yes, it was a 99 to 99. That's as long as you can get for a control map, but 4 Blizzards. And especially when you're playing against a team that doesn't have a Mei, you have all the control. We saw a couple of crucial walls. The one at the start of the map to pick Zemrit out of the fight. And then just as those long fights are going on, a wall to block off any re-entry from reinforcements means that Nocturnal, they're just filing in one by one, and once you're filing one by one, you're easy pickings. Regen knows exactly who to focus on. The only other person on point. That's who you focus on.
Yeah, I actually would like to take the focus back to Command Center for a moment because Lijiang Tower, that was there were some moments there where things shouldn't have happened the way they happened, right? We saw like drop a couple times on that Lucio, and it would still seem like the team was able to pull back the fight. And so many times, if you're looking at it just from a pure kill feed perspective, you wonder, well, why is the Lucio support getting the first, being the first kill the majority of the time? But then you look at the kill feed even more, and you're like, oh, it was a fire strike. It doesn't give a damn about shields. It doesn't give a damn about bubbles. It'll just leave you through no matter what. So really good focus fire, really good awareness from both teams. I think in general, just coming through and playing their absolute hardest. We did see it go in favor of Regen, but Nocturnal definitely put it all on the field tonight.
Indeed, they did. And I've talked about it before and kind of forgot my point I was making, but the support line from Regen is so strong. Magic, Maple, and CJ were doing such a great job. We only really saw them on Baptiste and Brigida, but I mean, they were playing this character so well, you didn't need to see them swap
Mm-hmm.
off anything. And I kind of expected out of them. They have actually played together before. They were on a team called Team 2 at the start of the year. They went their separate ways once that team sort of disbanded, but they found their way back onto the same team, and that synergy is still there for them. They're protecting each other, and they know how to handle the healing. If someone's off protecting the Bastion, the other person's protecting the rest of the team, they've got it down pat. So it was so great to see them. We saw a couple of times, I think Ship on Junkertown got caught in a grab flux, was getting focused so hard by Nocturnal. As soon as Ship hit the grounds, the immortality field there, the heals are there, that Sigma was back on full health in under a second. So
Yeah,
fantastic work from the support line from Regen.
certainly. And you mentioned Sigma there for a moment. I feel a little bit remiss that we didn't see as much Sig Ori come out from Nocturnal as I felt would have been perhaps the most entertaining. I feel like seeing Akash and PG1 play that Ori Sig and getting some real synergy with the Halt accretions may have just been the thing to cap off my Saturday night. But with that, once again, it's going to be Regen moving on. Nocturnal going to be licking their wounds, walking away. Hope to see them again in some future tournaments and some future competitions, but we'll certainly have to see how they perform moving from here on out.
Indeed, though, a few bright spots for the side of Nocturnal, particularly, I mean, Zemret. Oh my god, Zemret on any hit scan hero, the McCree, the Ash, the Tracer, the Widowmaker was absolutely dominating. Oh, it was just so good to watch. And then on the other side,
Mm-hmm.
Chopper, just as good. And I guess luckily for Chopper, the rest of the team was just a little bit ahead. So that's what they got to.
Yeah.
If you had to pick just an MVP for this match, not the overall tournament, and someone to look out for going either into the rest of the tournament or going forward, who would you pick?
Oh, see, I base a lot of my impressions on, what did I just see like within the last 30 seconds that was the most cool. And for me, that was cool ABC on the May. I think that, if you ignore Night Market, because there were a bunch of May walls that looked a little bit iffy, looked a little bit scratchy on Night Market. But those opening picks that they got right into Gardens, with the icicle into the Tracer, with the icicle into the Echo, it looked so proficient from that player. I think that's a player who not only plays their character well, but a very minor thing for me, their name fits the character. Cool May, it works.
It didn't even occur to me, but you're right, it does. And it's as cool as ABC, May. It's easy to play. You put wall out, you kill someone, you get Blizzard. ABC, just like that. I should have rhymed that. In any case, thank you everyone for tuning in. You saw Regen take down Nocturnal 3-0 in a match, in a scoreline that doesn't really reflect how well Nocturnal played. But it is Regen that will go on to face the Dojo tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 11 p.m. UTC for our international viewers if you want to translate to your own time zone. But before that, don't miss the grand final pre-show starting half an hour beforehand, 6:30 EST, where the two teams will be playing off for that $1,000 prize pool provided by Careless Coaching, the best coach in Tier 3 Overwatch and above, which I guess makes the best coach in all of Overwatch.
Yeah.
And of course, we'll also see who the tournament MVP is, which was also sponsored by Careless Coaching. But on behalf of Sir Waltham, me, and Rins, who's been producing all day today, doing a fantastic job of it, thank you. See you tomorrow.